Hey, it's Chris Caddo, your Chief Performance Partner and the author of Premiership Business, and now also the author of How to Become a Suburban Financial Champion. Now, the myth I want to bust today, and right now, here, is the myth about the value of teaching as a skill. In terms of, it's one of those secret skills that is overlooked in leadership and in business in particular. Now, think about the greatest leaders in history. Think about who might be, if you had to consider who are the greatest leaders that have ever existed in history. And the easiest ones to pick out and point out, which knowledge has resonated for literally thousands of years, are religious leaders. Think about Jesus Christ. How about Mohummad? How about Budda? Arguably, they are the greatest leaders that have ever existed. Why? Because they were able to teach. They were able to influence through teaching and to get everybody on the same page as they thought was best. They were able to transfer their thoughts and values through teaching. Sometimes in our modern world, we take the piss. We literally take the piss out of the skill of teaching. We denigrate teachers and we talk them down. You know the old saying about, well, if you can't do, you teach. But teaching is fundamentally one of the core skills of leadership. You think about any great leader within an organisation. The greatest leaders are the leaders who can influence through teaching, to get people on the same page, to show them how to improve themselves. So teaching is one of the core skills in business. So what do you call a leader who can't teach? Well, that's pretty simple, isn't it? They're bullies. But you can never be a genuinely great leader if you do not have the ability to influence through teaching. If we were to roll forward a couple of thousand years, and if you just take some simple examples of, and I can give you a couple of simple examples of some great leadership in modern sport. Think about Alastair Clarkson, the coach of the Hawthorn Hawks. He used to be a school teacher. And one of the reasons why he was recruited in his role as the head coach is because he had teaching skills. Because why were those teaching skills so important? The teaching skills are so important because he needed to get some skillful people and try to transfer his knowledge of how they should play and how they can improve themselves into their game. If it's just to roll back the clock slightly, David Parkin's 4-time premiership coach. What was his first profession? He was a school teacher. That ability to teach is one of the most underrated skills in business. Now think about your small business. If you can teach your staff what you know, if you can transfer that knowledge of what you have and how you want them to operate, your core values, your knowledge of how you should operate with your clients, how to close the deal, how to service your clients, you would be so far ahead of your competitors. So let's just bust the myth about teaching. And it's one of those key secrets of you growing your business. As you get your team, as you grow your business, your ability to transfer your knowledge, transfer your know-how in a way which allows them to leverage your skill sets to move forward. Because not everybody wants to start a business. Not everybody wants to take on the risk and the hours of work that you've taken on. And not everybody's going to succeed either. But you have, and for you to succeed even further, your ability to transfer key concepts, not necessarily the entire skill sets required to run a business, but key concepts in servicing your clients and retaining your clients. If you can teach that to your staff, get them on the same page, get them motivated, because they understand where you're coming from, and you can only do that through teaching, you're miles ahead. So let's just bust the myth about teaching and how important that is in business. Because the greatest leaders of all time are great teachers. So there you are, busting a myth about how important your ability to teach is, how important that is as a skill when it comes to growing your business. Bye for now. I look forward to speaking with you soon.